Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Dia and this is my first YouTube tutorial. I'm going to be showing you all how I achieve my wash and goes. So I get a lot of questions about what products I use and how I apply them, and I figured that this would be the perfect way for me to show you all exactly how I get this look. So continue to watch and I'll be sure to post all the products that I use below. So when I do my wash and goes, I start on freshly washed and conditioned hair. And I like my hair pretty wet, so when I get out of the shower, I just wring it and leave a lot of the moisture in. And I also keep a spray bottle in case my hair starts to feel dry. So I start by sectioning off my hair. I usually do 3, sometimes 4 pretty big sections, depending on how defined I want my curls. So the first product that I use is Cantu's Curl Activating Cream. I use about a quarter size amount in each section, and I'm just going to spread this through my hair and finger comb to make sure that it's evenly distributed. As I'm working this product through, I'm really just smoothing down the cuticle of my hair, and so running my fingers through multiple times and making sure that every little hair is coated. Next, I apply Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls. I use about a quarter size amount, and I'm going to spread this over the entire section and then finger comb it through. So here's where I'm actually focusing on setting my curls. So I'm going to finger comb through, and while I'm doing that, I'm smoothing down my hair, and you can really feel the difference. Like as you're doing this, you'll feel your hair get smoother the more you run your fingers through it. So I'm going to continue to work this through this section of my hair. As you see, smoothing down, running my fingers through until it's smooth, and then raking at the very end. Here I'm just doing a little length check. I don't really straighten my hair often, so this is when I get to see how long my hair is getting, and it's about armpit length now, which is pretty nice. It's hard to tell when your hair is so curly how long it is because the shrinkage is real, but it's getting pretty long, so I'm happy about that. Before I apply any leave-in conditioner to this section, I'm going to go ahead and spray with my water bottle just to make sure that my hair is nice and wet, and this will help make sure that the leave-in conditioner actually absorbs into my hair. Now I'm going to set my hair, so I begin by grabbing a section and raking my fingers through and smoothing down the hair. And if you can see, I'm also, as I'm raking my fingers through, I'm squeezing my hair between my fingers, if that makes sense, and that also helps to smooth down the hair. So once my hair is nice and smooth, it's time to set it. So here, if you don't rake your fingers through, you're going to have one giant clump of a curl. And later, when your hair is drying, you're going to have to separate it into the individual curls. So that's why I like to rake my fingers through here and separate the curls so that it'll dry quicker and they'll be more defined. So another key to making sure that your wash and go comes out as flawless as possible is getting close to your root. So if you can see here, I'm raking as close to my scalp as I can, and this helps to make sure that you're smoothing your hair through the whole length of your hair. If I were to not get close to my scalp, I'm really only detangling the ends of my hair, and my roots will get matted a lot quicker. My battery died, so I had to go and do the next section off camera, but here are the results. And at this point, I'm just gonna shake it out, you know, get the curls bouncing. And now I'm gonna move on to the top section. Because this section is so thick, I'm gonna use a pretty generous amount of Cantu and make sure that I work it throughout the entire section. I like my hair to fall forward, so I'm going to start at the front of the section and work my way back. When I start to set my hair, I'm going to focus it on this side because this is where I typically part my hair. So once I've smoothed the product in, I'm going to start raking my hair upward, and this will help to give it some volume. So as you can see, the curls on the top of my head are a lot looser than my other curls. I used to think that this was due to heat damage or color damage, but then I began to realize that it's really just that I have multiple curl patterns in my hair. Here I'm going back and separating any particularly thick pieces. As I mentioned earlier, if you wait until your hair is dry to separate your curls, they'll end up being more frizzy. So I'm going back and separating and smoothing down each individual curl. A trick that I like to use in this section to define my curls is to use a Denman brush rather than using my fingers to define each curl. And I do this in this section because my curls are a lot looser. So I take my Denman brush and get as close to my root as possible, and then slowly just let my hair slide through the brush. So this has the same effect as if I would have gone through and individually smoothed down each little section. I do go through and smooth down any that seem a little frizzy, but overall it just makes the process a lot quicker. I keep using this technique throughout the rest of this section, adding the Miss Jessie, smoothing it in, and then using the Denman brush to define each curl. So now that I'm done going through each section, I like to give my head a good shake. This helps to separate any curls that might have gotten stuck together while we were focused on the top section. And then the final, and I think most important step to my wash and go is to apply a quarter size amount of Camille Rose Naturals Curl Maker to my entire head. And here I'm just smoothing it on. I'm not raking through or combing through my hair. I'm really just making sure to coat each strand with this. And it's kind of a jelly consistency. I find that this really helps to seal in the moisture, and it makes my wash and goes last for days longer. And here are the final results. So I usually diffuse my hair because it's so thick and it takes so long to air dry, but in the pictures and video that follow, I let it air dry so you can see my curl pattern. Thank you all so much for watching.